Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but Treyarch actually spoke. For the first time pretty much all year, a developer at Treyarch has spoken, but of course it's not about Black Ops 6. They gave up on this game back in December. What they spoke about, of course, was Black Ops 7, because those pre-order numbers are so ridiculously low and they need all the marketing they can possibly get. The gameplay for today's video is going to be Black Ops 4, because frankly, I'm out of Black Ops 6 footage and I don't feel like suffering enough to get more, and I also think it's a nice backdrop to remind people how fun the Black Ops multiplayer used to be, even in a game as divisive as Black Ops 4. For me personally, I love the game. I know for a lot of you guys out there, you guys didn't care for it, but regardless, it was a fun multiplayer experience, way better than anything that's come out over the course of the past couple of years. So, to get into it here, we already covered their Backpedal marketing a couple times here in the channel. First, they got rid of carry forward, then they started to give out free Battle Pass tier skips, $20 worth of just begging players to come back and play Black Ops 6. They then added a special camo as a pre-order bonus for Black Ops 7, but because they got rid of carry forward, the camo can only be used in Black Ops 6. That just doesn't make any sense whatsoever, and now they're out here making a video to answer questions about the Black Ops 7 multiplayer. It's about a 2.5 minute watch, but I'm going to save you guys some time. It's basically just Matt Scrons from Treyarch, who I honestly thought disappeared because we have not heard from this guy at all throughout the entirety of the Black Ops 6 lifecycle, but here he is answering some fake questions in order to try and calm everybody down in regards to the Black Ops 7 multiplayer. So the long and the short of it is he claims that wall running is not going to be in the game, it's just going to be wall jumping, and you can chain up to 3 jumps together, and the maps are designed with that in mind. He also said that the super jumps from the trailer are only for the campaign, not the multiplayer. The grapple hook is only for the campaign, not the multiplayer. And then he ended things by saying that never before seen remastered Black Ops 2 maps would be coming to Black Ops 7. So on top of Raid and Hijacked and Express, obviously, maps that have never been remastered from Black Ops 2, like Meltdown and Plaza, will be post-launch DLC for Black Ops 7. That's pretty much it, right? So it really wasn't much of a video, if I'm being entirely honest, but he did go out of his way to say that the game does not have wall running or double jumping, but it's all the same shit, man. If players can jump this high by pressing the A button when next to a wall, we might as well just have jetpacks on our back, man. We might as well just have exosuits and go back to advanced warfare. If we can run up to a wall and jump off of it and have our momentum carry us forward into another jump and then do another jump on top of that, that's basically just wall running, man. That's basically just double jumping. And in a world of thick skill-based matchmaking, this sounds like absolute hell, man. People used to say back in the day that Advanced Warfare had skill-based matchmaking, but that was back in like 2014, you know? It was nothing compared to how crazy the algorithm is now and how cracked out and unemployed a lot of players are right now. Part of the reason why a game like Black Ops 3 worked out so well back in 2015 was the game was clean, right? It wasn't manipulated with matchmaking algorithms and all this nonsense. Advanced movement, which is essentially what we will have in Black Ops 7, was always a double-edged sword. On the one hand, it allowed good players to traverse the map in interesting ways and make big plays and things like that, but on the flip side of the coin, it also created a ton of randomness, right? And that randomness was quelled by the fact that a game like Black Ops 3 did not have skill-based matchmaking. In a regular boots-on-the-ground game, let's use like COD World War II as an example here, if you run to a room and there's 2 people in there, there's a decent chance that you can kill both of them if you're good enough and if they're bad enough, right? In a game like Black Ops 7, that will not be the case whatsoever, because when you run into that room, those players will be just as good as you, and one of them is going to be butt sliding while the other one will be bunny hopping off a wall and jumping 10 feet into the air, you know? Like, there's no killing both those people in that scenario, right? Like, the randomness and the chaoticness of advanced movement, for all the good and the bad that it caused, does not fit in a game with thick skill-based matchmaking, and that's exactly what we're going to be getting with Black Ops 7. Every single day, every single update, skill-based matchmaking and the algorithm behind it gets stronger and stronger. It gets more and more sophisticated. So if you think that Black Ops 6 is sweaty now, just imagine what it's going to be like during the beta when the sweaties to the sweaty play, and then of course during the full launch when half the people in the game are flying through the sky while the other half are butt sliding on their ass. It's going to be an absolutely miserable experience, and I cannot wait to see everybody's reaction when they realize just how bad it's going to be. Next up here, I would like to further take a look into Treyarch and why Black Ops 7 is going to be an absolute disaster. The idea of them releasing back-to-back Treyarch games, back-to-back Black Ops games, sounded really good on paper, right? Like when this was all announced back in the day and we were like first going into it and everything, we were all pretty excited, but that was all before Black Ops 6 essentially became the second coming of Call of Duty Ghost. We have not seen players leaving a COD game like this in over a decade, and with how big of a flop Black Ops 6 has been, by Call of Duty standards anyway, how can we expect Black Ops 7 to be any better. There's two things I want to cover here. Number A, take a look at this tweet from the official Call of Duty Twitter page, man. It's so freaking funny. So they can't even pull 100,000 impressions on an account with millions of followers, and then they posted a poll, where are you starting your Season 5 Reloaded grind? The poll itself only had 2,000 votes because nobody is playing the game, man. And the funniest part is Zombies was voted number 1, Warzone was voted number 2, and of course, multiplayer was voted dead last. Now, mind you, Zombies has not had a real update in quite a while, yet of the like 24 people who bothered to interact with this post from this Twitter account, the official COD Twitter account with millions of followers, it would seem that more people are playing that mode as compared to multiplayer. That is the current state of the Call of Duty franchise, ladies and gentlemen, but that was only number A. Number B is Treyarch apparently broke Black Ops 6 even more than I thought they did. So I did my little review video the other day when Season 5 Reloaded came out, and something I didn't mention, but something I certainly noticed, was that the ninja perk was no longer working. I just assumed it always sounded that way because frankly, I've put in like 24 hours of playtime into Black Ops 6 total over the course of the past 10 months, so I'm not the best person to judge if maybe something changed or if something is broken, but just take a listen here. So with the Season 5 Reloaded update, they apparently broke Ninja, they apparently broke Flak Jacket, they uninstalled the game for countless users to make room for Black Ops 7 files, which is forcing players to reinstall the game and have less space on their hard drives than they had before. The secure boot update is not working for people, dev errors are still happening. Like, what is actually going on over there at Treyarch, man? If you go to the Black Ops 6 subreddit, which is almost as dead as the game itself these days, I mean, for context here, it's early evening on a Saturday night, and there are 99 people online in a sub with almost 900,000 users. I guess those moderator fucks who censor everything because they're in Activision's pocket must be happy with this, because if you go to that subreddit, it reads more like a Trello board than a discussion board. Everybody's just posting videos and clips of the countless bugs that were added to the game with Season 5 Reloaded, and mind you guys, these are the same developers who are making Black Ops 7, and we are supposed to believe that it's actually going to be good. But going back to the subreddit thing real quick, I'm not going to let this die. They have been censoring everything on Reddit for months and months now. It basically started with the return of Verdansk, where they would just censor any post or clip showing cheaters within the game. Activision has the moderators on the various Call of Duty subreddits in their pocket, 1000%. They censor pretty much everything, and that's why Call of Duty on Reddit is pretty much dying, because there is no freedom of speech over there. It's completely censored because the moderators are in the pocket of Activision. So I hope they're happy that their subreddits are completely dying off and losing users the same way that the actual game is. It's actually a pretty perfect parallel there. But getting back to it, how are we supposed to believe that Black Ops 7 is going to be good when Black Ops 6 is still messing up this badly 10 months into the game's life cycle? We do know that Sledgehammer Games is handling most, if not all, of the Black Ops 7 multiplayer, but Treyarch is still going to be running the show. I would imagine it's still a Black Ops game, right? And look how much that studio has fallen. What has happened to Treyarch, man? What happened to the people who made some of the greatest online multiplayer shooter games of all time? I'm talking World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, hell, even throw in Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4 into there. Like, back then, Treyarch could not miss, but now every time it's their turn at bat, it seems like they're trying to swing against freaking Paul Skeens or something, man. It's embarrassing. How are they this terrible at their jobs? And we know it's only going to get worse when it comes to Black Ops 7 because they have given us absolutely zero reason to believe otherwise. Well, ladies and gentlemen, where do we go from here? I told you guys the marketing this time around would be weirder than ever before, and boy was I right about that one, because as I get older, and my audience is getting older as well, time seems to fly by faster and faster. You know, weeks kind of turn into days turn into minutes. Time really does fly by, but when we're talking about Black Ops 7, it's like watching paint dry. We are still over 3 weeks away, 24 days to be exact, away from the multiplayer reveal of Black Ops 7, even though they pretty much already told us everything that we need to know. The beta, of course, will come out soon after, but man, it feels like we've been waiting 3 years for them to talk about the game more, but because the feedback has been so bad, they're waiting until the last possible second to finally showcase the Black Ops 7 multiplayer. I said it before, and I'll say it again, Battlefield, this really is your time. Please come out and decimate Black Ops 7, because if they can pull that off, Activision will finally, after all these years, come crumbling down, and they will finally have to make Call of Duty the game that it used to be, the game that it should have stayed played as well as the game that we all know and love once again. We are so close to everything imploding for the Call of Duty franchise. All of their data, all of their algorithms, all of their manipulative bullshit and their lies that they have been peddling to us for years and years. Maybe this is wishful thinking, but all of that could change for the better if Battlefield just does its thing and Activision keeps messing up Black Ops 7 at every single turn like they have been so far. So fingers crossed, ladies and gentlemen, and as always, I'll be here with you guys every step of the way to keep you guys up to date and informed with everything going on between Black Ops 7 as well as Battlefield 6. But for right now, I'm going to wrap up this video here today. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts and feedback on the debacle that just is Treyarch as a studio down there in the comment section below. Be sure to sub if you're new around here. Thank you all so much for listening, and until next time, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.